This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Good evening and welcome to Phil Pugh Stadium, part of the North Mason School District complex in Belfair and adjacent to what is now Hawkins Middle School. I'm Diedrich Allen and you are watching the Maple Glen Senior Living Pregame Show on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. Tonight we kick off the 2017 high school football season with the 6th annual Mason County Cup as the North Mason Bulldogs host the Shelton Highclimbers in this annual cross-county rivalry. Shelton has taken 4 of the 5 previous Mason County Cup games, winning the inaugural game 54-24 in 2012 and winning the last 3, 28-21 in 2014, 35-21 in 2015, and 49-7 just last year. North Mason won the 2nd Mason County Cup in 2013 by a score of 20-10. Last season, the Highclimbers finished 3-7, while the Bulldogs were 2-7. Both teams are young and both are well coached. Matt Hinkle has been leading the Highclimbers for more than 2 decades, while Phil Pugh, yes, this stadium bears his name, is in the 2nd year of his 3rd stint with the Bulldogs. As the season gets underway, the expectations are always high for Shelton and North Mason. Both teams have been working hard, and now it's time for the players to go against someone other than their teammates. Coming up on the Maple Glen Senior Living Pregame Show, we talk with Coach Matt Hinkle as we're just minutes away from kickoff of the 2017 Mason County Cup, the Shelton Highclimbers at the North Mason Bulldogs. Next on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. This broadcast on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is being brought to you by Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected, and Maple Glen Senior Living, celebrating the art of life.
I admit, I did try another TV provider. It sounded like a great deal, but I quickly realized it wasn't. When I read the fine print, I was locked into a long-term contract with a huge cancellation fee. So I came back to HCC. They're more reliable, the service is local, and I save, bundling internet and phone with them too. And I'm a lot happier now.
Great service from a local company. Stay with HCC.
Other TV providers force you to sign a long-term contract. Then you're stuck with years of second-rate service. Hood Canal Communications delivers stunning HD, plus bundled savings on super-fast internet and home phone, with no long-term contracts. It's all backed by an exceptional team of local service professionals. No contracts, no nonsense, just great service. Don't get stuck with a contract. Visit hcc.net to learn more.
Thanks to cell phones, you can call 911 from almost anywhere.
911, what's the address to your emergency? I just wrecked. Can you find where I'm at? I can't find where you're at.
But many people don't realize that cell phones and even smartphones don't always send location or GPS information when you call 911.
What road are you on? Were you on the highway? You can't find where I'm at. No, I need you to tell me what road you were on.
Since 911 dispatchers can't always tell the location of your emergency, they need your help.
It's the last turnoff right before Okanagan, and it's like 3 miles to Okanagan, I think. Did you go by the cemetery? We just passed the cemetery. Just past the cemetery. Okay. Are you sending anybody to look for us? I'm telling them right now. The other dispatcher is getting on the radio.
Every second counts in an emergency. If you identify your location when calling 911, help can be sent quicker. Help 911 help you know your location. An important message from your local 911 office and Washington State Emergency Management.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Come see for yourself by scheduling a tour to view apartments, the beautiful surroundings, activities, and the signature dining room. Maple Glen Senior Living Community, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman, 360-427-0300 to learn more about this exciting living community.
Welcome back to the Maple Glen Senior Living Pregame Show here on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. Again, my name is Diedrich Allen. It is now time to talk to the coach, Coach Matt Hinkle. Let's talk about your latest batch of Highclimbers on the football field. What can you tell us about them?
Yeah, it's another go-around, another year, Diedrich. We graduated quite a few last year. We're pretty young. We got a big old freshman class. and the classes above it are a little bit smaller. They're working hard, but jokingly, we say they're all about 12. It looks like we got 12-year-olds because they're a little bit smaller in stature, but they're working hard, and our job is to get them as close to their potential as we can.
So you graduated a lot of players, you said, and they're key positions that you've got to fill. So how's that battle going?
It's a challenge. I think at quarterback, Evan Rhodes is doing a good job leadership-wise. So we lost a good one in Geraldus there, but I think Rhodes will do a good job, or Trevor Meyer. Wideout, I think Kyle Kimball is exceptional. He's as good a wide receiver as we've ever had. I would say that without too much of a stretch. And both those guys are playing down in Linfield, by the way, which is a real good college program. But having said that, we got to step up wide receiver-wise. We got some kids that are in there that aren't there yet consistently, but they're working hard. Cody Hall is one, and Anthony Boren, and a couple other kids. Travis Colbinson. All of those guys are showing glimpses, and they're working. So we'll see how they come along. We got some good skilly kids, and Troy Goodwin coming back from an injury. He got injured fairly early last year. He's got some speed, and he's very athletic. And couple him with Jason Kenyon, and we got some pretty good athletes out in the flank positions. So we're looking good there. Line, we're a little bit challenged. When you see us play, it looks like they're all about 5'10", maybe 210 pounds, a little bit shorter stature, but they're working hard. We got a freshman starting for the first time since Jake Barrett. A kid by the name of Kyle McGregor will start at right tackle. And he may get some defensive reps as well. He's a big kid, about 6'4", maybe 220, 225, and he's working hard. So we do have holes to fill. Defensively, same kind of concept. Wyatt Free comes back at linebacker, and he looks good. Colbinson comes back at corner. Cody Hall comes back at outside backer. Let me think, who else? A couple of names probably escaping me, but we've got holes to fill.
So is this still going to be a more run kind of offense, or are you going to mix it up a little bit, or have you decided?
That's a good question. Last year we were forced to throw. I think there's an old philosophy that's the gospel in football, that you have to be able to run it, and we weren't consistent up running the football last year, I didn't feel. And you have to be able to stop the run, and that was a challenge for us as well. We play in a good league, but I think we could have been better in 3-7, honestly, last year. So having said that, those are the points of emphasis. Last year we threw the ball well. Kyle Kimball led the league in receptions, for example, and touchdowns, throwing touchdowns. And Geraldus threw it well, but we couldn't consistently run it, and so we're working on that. And we're attempting to increase our ability to stop the run.
So you mentioned the league. It's a lot tougher than I thought it would be for anybody. Mm-hmm. I mean, pretty much a toss-up after you get off to the top 2 or 3 teams. Is it going to be about the same, you think, this year?
Well, I don't know. I think it was senior dominant last year. But when I say that, I always have been proven wrong. So we'll wait and see on that. It is a good football league. If you remember the league we were in prior, there was a couple teams that you would always, you could kind of most years put in as a W. Well, there's none like that in this league. It's competitive, and we're just hoping to mix it up and like I said earlier, come as close to our potential as possible.
Now, looking at your schedule, of course, you got the Mason County Cup to start the season, and then you got O'Day. I don't want to look ahead, but I want to talk a little bit about O'Day and your struggles with them last year in Seattle. Do you feel that's going to be the same?
Well, I hope not. Consistency-wise, Coach Kohler has done a tremendous job there, obviously, and they were in the state championship game last year. When we put them on the schedule, we knew last year we had a senior dominant class, and if you remember right, the first half was close. I think it was 18-6. And then they just gashed us the second half, predominantly with the run. But it's nice to get a big test like that. North Mason certainly is going to be, I think they're going to be improved this year. So first 2 games, it gives us an opportunity to look and see where we're at and move on from there. But it's nice, there's years where we could stack up with those guys, and I'm hoping this year that we're able to, but it's always good to have a test like that.
Let's talk a little bit more about North Mason. Phil Pugh. I mean, what else can you say about a Phil Pugh team other than Phil Pugh? So what do you expect out of Bulldogs?
You're exactly right. Coach has been around for a long time, and I wouldn't anticipate him changing a whole lot in what his philosophies and schemes are. They're always well coached and fundamentally sound, and they work on teamwork aspects. So we're expecting a tough game. We got them last year fairly easily, but that was last year, and that's gone, obviously. So.
Well, what about going up there and playing on their new field? You get the pleasure of being the first team to play out there.
Yeah, it's not as much of a novelty. It used to be back in the day when you're on turf. It was something. Now a lot of schools have them, and we're excited about it because it is christening in their new field, and the kids are excited because it's the first game, obviously. So we're going up there and hoping and expecting to play well.
I'd like to ask about injuries. I know we're still early on. Anybody dinged up a little bit?
Let me think on that. No, we've been healthy. I knock on wood. We got a couple eligibility issues. We got a transfer in that needs to go through the process of getting eligible. But as far as injuries, the kids have maintained well.
That's Shelton's head football coach, Matt Hinkle. His Highclimbers face the Bulldogs next. And we'll have more of the Maple Glen Senior Living pregame show in a moment here on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Other TV providers force you to sign a long-term contract. Then you're stuck with years of second-rate service. Hood Canal Communications delivers stunning HD, plus bundled savings on super-fast internet and home phone, with no long-term contracts. It's all backed by an exceptional team of local service professionals. No contracts, no nonsense, just great service. Don't get stuck with a contract. Visit hcc.net to learn more.
He's on his way. He doesn't even know that we're here. Is he okay? Please tell me he's okay.
Laura.
Okay, try to call him again.
There's no signal.
Try.
Nothing's working.
Well, just
Everything's
try.
down.
This is so bad. He's out there by himself.
Make sure you know where to find your family in an emergency. Start your plan at ready.gov.
If you are interested in how our local government works, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, gives you the opportunity to watch our elected officials in action. Every Tuesday, you can watch the Mason County Commission. These live broadcasts air at 9 a.m., except on the fourth Tuesday of a month when the County Commission meets at 6 p.m. You can also watch the County Commissioners online at your leisure or tune into a rebroadcast on Hood Canal Communications local channel. Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only place to find this type of in-depth coverage.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Maple Glen has a Sunday brunch, open to the community with free admittance when you schedule a tour. What a great way to learn more about this beautiful senior living community. Maple Glen Senior Living, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman at 360-427-0300 to learn more and schedule a visit to Maple Glen. There's a lot.
Welcome back to the Maple Glen Senior Living pregame show here on Mason Web TV, powered. Okay, we're back here at Phil Pugh Stadium. Little technical difficulties among everything else that are happening tonight. The toss of the corn happening here, as you've got the blue team. It's the Bulldogs. Looks like they won the toss and will defer to the second half. And so, if I got this right, the Highclimbers will be receiving to start this game. Let's just take a look here, see if I get this right. Yep, the Highclimbers will receive the opening kickoff for this 6th annual Mason County Cup. Highclimbers will be in their road white, black helmets, gray pants. The Bulldogs home blue with the black pants. Just moments away from kickoff, and we will step aside shortly. We'll be right back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Emerging science indicates access to high-speed internet during the school years can lead to positive outcomes, including, but not limited to, streamlined acquisition of data, academic achievement, career advancement, satisfying relationships, cuter children, joy. Our scientific conclusion? Call now and get the HCC Internet and Voice Bundle for the everyday low price of $44.95. Call today and save.
And we're back at Phil Pugh Stadium for the 2017 Mason County Cup. Highclimbers are out there waiting to receive this kickoff to get this game underway. Obviously, they'll be going from the left to the right. Here come the Bulldogs. Tee it up. I got a coaching staff behind me. Top of the stands, about the 45 is our position. Who do we have back deep? It looks like it's going to be, is it Jason Kenyon or Hunter Borgalt? Nope, it's actually going to be Troy Goodwin back there, number 21. He's back deep. We'll give you the lineups as we can. We have time. There's a run up and the kick. Taken at about the 20, 15 or so, and return to the 25. That's where the Highclimbers will take over, and a nice tackle. Looks like it was by Dylan Topolo with a big stop there, after maybe a 10-yard pickup on the return. So here come the Highclimbers, their first offensive set. A couple of substitutions heading off. So it'll be Evan Rhodes out of the gun, 2 receivers near side and 2 in the far side. Man in motion, little keep there, and Rhodes will try and spin out of some trouble. Might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. No, I think he lost a yard there. So it'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Just underway here. Highclimbers with their first possession, 2nd play. Three receivers on this near side. Low snap. Just balled under, and down goes Rhodes. First guy in there. Tyler Thomas for North Mason. And the Highclimbers are going backwards on this first series. Now it'll be 3rd down and 15 from the 20-yard line. So I call it 16. Got to get up to the 36 for first down. That's what these games are all about, is a little bit of a learning curve here for everybody. Troy Goodwin will come out of the backfield, set in the slot on the far side. Bulldogs are showing blitz. Quick little snap in the middle, or throw in the middle, and it's complete. And Goodwin is on the run, and he's caught inside the 35, but a first down and a good throw and catch and run. Right to that red marker is where the Bulldogs will, the Highclimbers will get the first down and keep those chains rolling. 1st and 10 from the 34 now. I like it when you can see all the markers on the field. This is a beautiful, beautiful new field. They have some more improvements coming to this stadium. Rhodes is going to go under center now, and then we have a whistle. Be an I formation. Troy Goodman will be at the end of the I. Fullback, it does look like it's Max Johnson. Receiver on each side, and one in the slot, real tight. Hand off to Goodwin, trying to make his way around the right side. Maybe got an inch or two. Call it no gain, 2nd down and 10. 10 minutes gone here in the first quarter, no score. First drive, opening drive of this 2017 football season. Shelton Highclimbers. Rhodes is back under center. Getting a receiver wide on each side. Little inside handoff. That'll go to Max Johnson. Straight up the middle, gets inside the 30 to the 28. That brings up 3rd down and 4. Always these road games, the first game of the season, is always a challenge for us as a broadcasting team as well. Got Trevor Meyer, the wide out near side. Another inside hound off, and no go there for Johnson. Max just ran into a wall of blue and lost maybe a yard. Back to the 29, 4th and 5 coming. And the Highclimbers are going to go 4th and 5 from the North Mason 29. A pitch this time. That's going to Goodwin, trying to get around the edge. No go there. The Bulldogs snuffed that one out and stopped the guy at the bottom of the pile there. Looks like it was Dylan Topolo again. And the Bulldogs will take over at our own 28-yard line. So this will be our first time seeing the Bulldogs. Starting out on their own 28-yard line. 8.5 minutes almost here in the third quarter. No, quick little dump off. Set up a little bubble screen there. Doesn't really form, but a couple of yards on that. On the reception, and I believe it was Eric Jones on the reception. Looks like it's Blundell, Devin Blundell, the quarterback for North Mason. The Bulldogs do break that huddle. Out of the gun. Man in motion, and the handoff to the man in motion coming around the side. And it crosses the 35 near the 36-yard line. And that was the number 6 that I don't have on my sheet. So it brings up 3rd and short, 3rd and 2 for North Mason on their own. Now it's at the 36-yard line. Gun again from Blondell. Handoff this time to Polo, and he'll get up near the first down. Looks like he's got enough. That'll be the first down for North Mason at their own 39. This is what you expect out of a Hillpew team, just kind of trying to run it up your throat there. That's kind of what we expect, and this is from the experts in the community that I have talked to. Looks like this is probably going to be one of the best games of the season. Out of the gun again, 3 receivers far side for the Bulldogs, 1 near side. Back to pass goes Blondell, throw over the side, and it's just short. Kind of dropped at the feet. 24, yeah, Eric Jones. So incomplete, 2nd and 10 from the 39 for North Mason. Here come the Bulldogs again, and ball just kind of near the near hash mark. Nice 3 receivers near side. Low snap on the ground. Blundell will pick it up, avoid a tackle, get across the 40, now to the 45. Rhodes and 26 is not on my roster here for Highclimbers, but Evan Rhodes was one of the guys that brought down Blundell. And brings it 3rd and 4. Ball now at the 45-yard line of North Mason. Man in motion, handoff to the guy in motion. Coming around the end, he's got some running room. Gets the first down at the midfield, just below us. Actually, it's going to be on the Highclimber side of the midfield stripe. Another first down. 1st and 10 for North Mason, just kind of grinding it out. And do we have a down player here? Looks like Jason Kenyon. I got a little dinged up on that last play. for the Highclimbers. He's going to run over to the Highclimbers sideline, get some treatment there. 1st and 10 for North Mason on the Shelton side of the 50. Man in motion again. This time it'll be handed off to the fullback. Reese Schmelzer pounds his way into the 40, inside the 40 to 39, with a first down for North Mason. Clock is running, approaching 5:45 to go here. First quarter, no score. North Mason is driving, though. Their first possession after the Highclimbers made it to the 28, and when turned over on downs on their possession. Back to pass goes Blundell. He'll dump it off over to the far side. It's complete to Polo. It's knocked down by Troy Goodman. There's a short gain, maybe 2 yards on that. Brings up 2nd down and looks like 8. Yeah, the Bulldogs like to take their time. In and out of the huddle. It's early on anyways. 2 receivers each side and a guy to the left of Blondell. Little keeper on that one, looking for some room to run. Nowhere to run. Ran into a wall of white. That is the Highclimbers. No gain there. That'll bring it 3rd down. And he might have got a half a yard there. Kevin Meyer for the Highclimbers with the stop there. I'll say no gain on that. 3rd down and still 8. It's like the same formation. DePolo is the guy to the left, and it looks like a Highclimber jumped across the line of scrimmage, and that'll be a encroachment on first penalty here tonight. Yep, off signs on the Highclimbers, and that'll give them 5 yards. Still be 3rd down, but 3rd down and 2. No, actually, to 3rd down and 3. The Bulldogs seem to like this formation. A man in motion, handoff, end around, 1st down, and run out of bounds. Looks like it's going to be Troy Goodman who ran out the runner. Not sure who number 6 is. So it brings up another 1st down, and it's at the 26-yard line of the Highclimbers. North Mason is driving a little bit further than the Highclimbers got. It's time to try this side on the handoff. This time it's Tyler Thomas getting around the near side, looking for some running room. He went about the 21-yard line before he's pulled down. Short of the 1st down. Brings up 2nd down and looks like about 5. Hatch mark near side. First quarter action, Mason County Cup. North Mason with their first possession, their first drive. Max protection for Blondell. 2 receivers, one side, far side, near side, 1 receiver. He's going to go to the near side with a completion, slipping a tackle. Going to juke another guy, and gets the 1st down and down to about the 15-yard line before he's spun down. Evan Rhodes and Noah Manu come out on that stop, but not before the 1st down. Just inside the 15-yard line, 1st and 10 for North Mason. Under 3 minutes to go here, first quarter action. Same formation. Blundell will keep it. It's got a big lane there. He gets inside the 10 before he's pulled down. Menu on the tackle there. Bulldogs are down at the Highclimber 5 now. The second down and 5. Schmelzer's the guy to the left. Handoff this time is going to go to Thomas around the corner. It's just inside the 10. Looks like the spot might be very generous up to the 8-yard line. Now brings up third. Short. Yep, that was off shot. Sorry. Third and 3, and you're going to spot it. Looks like the 7-yard line. Blundell out of the max protection, man in motion. This time it's an option, a read option. No, actually he did hand it off to Thomas. Thomas squeaks his way in a little further. Might have got back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a little more. Not really. And that brings up the 4th and still 3. If you look at the mark on the far side, actually went backwards. Hard to tell from our location. This is the farthest point from where we are. Still out of that gun. 2 receivers near side, 1 to the far side. Blundell will keep it, spin out of some trouble. He's going to get smacked, a fumble on the play. And it looks like the Bulldogs might have kept possession, but it was 4th down, so the Highclimbers will take over where that ball is dead. Looks like the Highclimbers are going to start on their own 17. So let's see what the Highclimbers can muster up on this. So their second possession. 2 receivers at both sides. Evan Rhodes back out of the gun. Man in motion is Goodwin. He'll take the high handoff. Avoid 1 tackle. Turn it up around the near side. Get to the 20-yard line before he's pulled down there. Brings up second down, though. Second down, and looks like it'll be about 8. .20 seconds left here in the first quarter, no score. Highclimbers will probably let this clock run down and get out of the first quarter without a score. Substitutions here, as good news for Highclimber fans. Jason Kenyon is back in. Can they get this off before? Nope, they can't. That'll do it for the first quarter, no score. Highclimbers will have the ball with the second down and 8 on their own 20 when we come back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Emerging science indicates access to high-speed internet during the school years can lead to positive outcomes, including, but not limited to, streamlined acquisition of data, academic achievement, career advancement, satisfying relationships, cuter children, joy. Our scientific conclusion? Call now and get the HCC Internet and Voice Bundle for the everyday low price of $44.95. Call today and save.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Come see for yourself by scheduling a tour to view apartments, the beautiful surroundings, activities, and the signature dining room. Maple Glen Senior Living Community, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman, 360-427-0300 to learn more about this exciting living community.
Now back here, Phil Pugh Stadium. 1 quarter in the books, no score here between North Mason and Shelton. The Highclimbers have the ball. Second down and 8 on their own 20-yard line to start the second quarter. Bulldogs already out there. Here come the Highclimbers. Shotgun again. It looks like the shotgun is about the form of just about everything here. I mean, Rhodes has gone under center a couple of times. He's got two receivers on each side, and it looks like Goodwin is to his right. Handoff this time to Colbinson. Colbinson breaks one tackle in the backfield, turns it up on the seam. He gets to the 30, 35, 40. 40 before he's pulled down. They're going to spot it just on the Bulldog side of the 40 before he's pulled down. That's a good run for Travis Colbinson. Slipped one tackle in the backfield and got to the hash mark, turned it upfield, and kind of outran a lot of defenders. Brings up 1st and 10 from the 40. Same play this time is Kenyon, a little fake there, and Evan Rhodes will keep it going straight up the seam, breaking tackles, gets into the secondary across the 50 before he's dragged down by a couple of Bulldogs into Bulldog territory at the 46-yard line. 1st and 10 for Shelton. Actually making it 47. As far as I know, we've only had one penalty in this ball game. Usually the first game of the season is penalty ridden. Of course, I say that now and the flag will start coming out and they'll be here all night. Substitutions as Cody Hall will go out for the Highclimbers. Didn't see who came in. Dylan Coots will be wide near side, 3 receivers far side. Rhodes out of the gun again. Got, quick little dump off to Coots. Coots tried to get by a tackler, trying to drag him. But Schmelzer held on. Short gain there, but there's a flag on the far side. I did say, didn't I not say? Flags are going to start coming out now. What do we have here? False start on the Highclimbers. So that negates that play by the Shelton team. Marks them back 5 yards. So it'll be 1st and 15. Be back at the Highclimbers 48. That's where they will play from. And under the center will go Rhodes this time with the I formation. Looks like Goodwin is the guy in the back, and Johnson's the fullback. And that looks like another penalty on the Highclimbers. Another false start. Nobody knew what was going on there. And that'll be 1st and 20 coming up. Get into Bulldog territory, and then the penalties will bring them backwards. Now the ball is spotted at the Highclimber 43-yard line. Pretty much right in front of us, which is good for a camera shot. I formation there. And Rhodes will spin out of traffic and throw it to a wide open number 10 out there. He's speeding up the far sidelines. Struck down at the 20. That's Anthony Boren with the reception and the run inside the 20 to the, looks like the 17, maybe the 16-yard line on that far sideline. Good pickup there. Yeah, that puts him on the 16 into Bulldog territory, deep into Bulldog territory on a 1st and 20. 10:21 to go here, second quarter action. No score, obviously, as you see. Highclimbers in their white jerseys driving, knocking on the door. Furthest they've been so far in the game. Out of the gun, man in motion is Colbinson. Colbinson will take the handoff from Rhodes, trying to get the end around. Got some room, spins up the field, and does he get into the end zone? No indication. Oh, nope, he did get in, and the Highclimbers are on the board first. With the 17-yard touchdown run. Travis Colbinson. Point after coming. So we've got, see the holder. I can't see who the holder is. Kicker is going to be Zach Della Sancha. And the movement on that one. Looks like the holder is that Blake Whitney? So it'll be a, no, actually, it's Dominique Manette is going to be the holder. For the Highclimbers, extra point coming. And this will be a 25-yard extra point. Highclimbers on top. High snap. And the kick is blocked. So we'll stay there at the 6 mark. So it's 6-0. Shelton on top. We'll be right back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
The living room. It's a great place to watch TV. Just like your backyard, break time at the office, or waiting for your ride. Now you can watch TV everywhere. Stream your favorite shows or live TV from many channels in your cable package on any computer, tablet, or smartphone. It's all included in Hood Canal Communications TV service for no extra cost. Sign up to watch TV everywhere today. Call or visit Hood Canal Communications online to learn more.
So we're back here at Phil Pugh Stadium. 6-0. Shelton gets on the board. Driving, let's see here, they went 83 yards. Capped it off by a 17-yard TD run from Travis Colbinson. So the Bulldogs are out there. Ryan Nogus. Let's see here, we have Tyler Thomas and Austin Knight back deep for the Bulldogs. Della Sancha will have it to tee it up at the 40 for the Highclimbers. Highclimbers all bunched up in little huddles at the hash marks, just outside the hash marks. Now they'll spread out. And here comes a run up. And a kick. It's a squibbling kick that hits at the 20. And picked up at the 13. And that's by Nogus. Nogus gets to the 20. And that's about as far as he's going to go. And that's where the Bulldogs will take over. Mason starts out on their own 20-yard line. Is it going to be 20? Yeah, 20. It's like the 20. And here comes North Mason. Looks like we have a new QB. That's Anthony Schuler. In the shotgun, 3 receivers far side, low snap. He'll dump it out over there to Austin Knight. Austin Knight trying to get a little bubble screen that is going, and not much for the Highclimbers. The Highclimbers to handle, and a loss of 1 on that play. Brings up 2nd down and 11. So I guess Coach Pugh is trying to figure out who his quarterback is going to be, as he had Blundell for the first series, and now it's Anthony Schuler in there. So he's got DePolo. And DePolo will take a little screen pass, cut back in the middle, run over a couple of Highclimbers, lose the ball, and it looks like the Bulldog did fall on it. And who kept possession? Number 77. That's Zach Kretzer with the fumble recovery for North Mason. Brings up 3rd and 11 for North Mason. 6-0 Shelton, scoring on their second possession of the ball game. North Mason with their second possession, see if they can match that. 3 receivers near side, 1 to the far side. Schooler steps up out of the shotgun. He's going to scramble for the first down, get across the 30 near the 35 before he's pulled down. The last guy there, I believe it's going to be, I didn't see who that was. I guess it was Trevor Meyer on the tackle. That's a first down at the 34-yard line for North Mason. Trying to get even here. Schooler will send a couple of receivers on each side. Looks like it's Topolo beside him, and there's jumping all over by the Highclimbers. And then what do we have? A flag on the far side. It's going to be offsides on the Highclimbers. That'll give the Bulldogs a 1st and 5. Bringing the ball up to the 39-yard line. So 1st and 5 for North Mason. Quick little handoff. Thomas runs into a wall of Highclimbers. Might have got a half a yard on that. I don't think he did. Brings up 2nd and 5. Under 7.5 minutes to go here. Second quarter. 6-0 Shelton. North Mason with the ball and driving their second possession. 3 receivers near side, 1 to the far side. Thomas is to Schooler's left. There's a snap. Back to pass he goes. Looks over the middle. Looks to the outside. He's going to scramble again. Coming to the near side. Looking to the middle. Finds a guy there. Thomas with the reception. No, actually that's Eric Jones with the reception. Gets into Highclimber territory and a 1st down at the 47-yard line. That's a good scramble and a good awareness to keep his eyes down the field for Anthony Schooler. Set those chains and we'll get the clock running at 7 minutes. Highclimber fans on the far side of the field, Bulldog fans just below us. Nice turnout for both schools, actually. And school isn't in session. Here's a blitz come, picked up well. Hand off to Thomas. Thomas pulling bodies to the inside the 40-yard line. He's still on his feet. And then you're going to have to stop that forward progress. He got, looks like 7 yards on that. Maybe even 8. It looks like 8 at the 39 of the Highclimbers. So 2nd and 2 from the 39-yard line of the Highclimbers. Bulldogs breaking the huddle. Shotgun again. Man in motion. Hand off to the man in motion coming around the end around. He's got some running room. Gets near the 32, 33-yard line where he's run out of bounds. 1st down for North Mason. It's a 1st down for North Mason at the Shelton 33-yard line, hash mark near side. And we have a timeout called by North Mason. So we'll step aside. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
If you are interested in how our local government works, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, gives you the opportunity to watch our elected officials in action. Every Tuesday, you can watch the Mason County Commission. These live broadcasts air at 9 a.m., except on the 4th Tuesday of a month when the County Commission meets at 6 p.m. You can also watch the County Commissioners online at your leisure or tune into a rebroadcast on Hood Canal Communications local channel. Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only place to find this type of in-depth coverage.
Back at Phil Pugh Stadium, 5:46 to go, second quarter, 6-0 Shelton. North Mason has a 1st and 10 from the Highclimber 33-yard line when play resumes. Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, will have all Highclimber games, road and away, online this season, as we have last season. And this will be our 6th Mason County Cup. And Highclimbers have pretty much owned the Cup. Bulldogs would like to get it back again. They had it once in the second year of this little series. But I'm glad that the schools and the athletic departments decided to create in 2012. So Schooler is still the quarterback. 2 receivers each side. DePolo is the guy beside him on his right. Man in motion, Austin Knight. Hand off to DePolo. He's got a big hole, and he's inside. Where did he stop? Inside the 25 to the 24-yard line before he's tripped up. Just short of the first down marker, though. So brings up 2nd and maybe 1. Call it the 24. Little read option, little misdirection. Same formation again. Man in motion. And off to DePolo. DePolo up the middle. Powering his way inside the 20. Just takes a big. He's a load. That's it. DePolo is 6'1", 245, junior. Inside the 20 for first down. Approaching 5 minutes to go here in the half. Bulldogs trying to get even with the Highclimbers. Potentially take a lead. Oh, they've got 19 yards to go. DePolo out. It's like Austin Knight back in there. No, actually it's going to be Reese Schmelzer back in there. Man in motion. Austin Knight. Austin Knight around the edge. He's going to get inside the 10. So they're going to mark it right at the 10. Just about a yard short of the first down. 4.5 minutes and counting. Second quarter. You see red, yellow, and blue on this field. This is a multi-sport field. You've got obviously football. Yellow's for soccer, and the red we determined is for lacrosse. Now we're not quite sure what the blue is though. Out of the gun again, 2nd and 1. Schooler looks in the middle, throws. Nice defense, knocking it away at the last minute. Is that Kenyon? Yes, it's Jason Kenyon knocking that pass away, intended for Eric Jones. Right in the middle of the field. So brings up 3rd and 1. Clock is stopped, 4:06 to go here, second quarter. Out of the gun. DePolo to Schooler's left. 2 receivers in the far side and 2 on the near side. Little handoff to DePolo. He'll bowl his way to the first down to near the 5-yard line. He's a load. Just lowers his shoulders and his head and runs over people. So it's 1st and goal. And we're under 4 minutes. Bulldogs will take the time. Take as much time here on a 1st and goal from the 5. Slot receivers on each side, and wideouts on each side. Man in motion, that's Knight. Handoff goes to Thomas. Thomas gets to about the 2-yard line, straight up the middle. It'll be 2nd and goal. Now from the 2. Here we go. 2nd and 2, or 2nd and goal from the 2. Hand off to Thomas again, trying to look for the left side, spins back and he'll score. North Mason evens it up. So that will even things up. And it's Bulldogs' turn for an extra point. As it's all knotted up at 6. Are they going for two here? Yeah, Austin Knight's the holder. The kicker is Gary Thomas for North Mason. Snap, spot, kick. It's good, and the Bulldogs take the lead. 2:57 to go here in the second quarter. We're in for a good one. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Come see for yourself by scheduling a tour to view apartments, the beautiful surroundings, activities, and the signature dining room. Maple Glen Senior Living Community, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman, 360-427-0300 to learn more about this exciting living community.
If you're interested in how our local government works, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, gives you the opportunity to watch our elected officials in action. Every Monday, you can watch the Shelton City Commission. These live broadcasts air at 6 p.m. on the first and third Monday of each month and at 2 p.m. on the other Mondays. However, you can watch the City Commissioners online at your leisure or tune into a rebroadcast on Hood Canal Communications local channel. Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only place to find this type of in-depth coverage.
Back at Phil Pugh Stadium, the North Mason Bulldogs have now taken a 1-point lead here in the 6th annual Mason County Cup. Trey Goodwin, Trevor Meyer, and it looks like 22. Jason Kenyon back deep for the Highclimbers. As Gary Thomas kicks it off. High over end, this deep, caught on the run at the 30 and up to the 40. Number 84, that is not on my sheet. I wish they would get these numbers right, but the Highclimbers will take over with a relatively good, well, pretty good field position at their own 41.
Okay, defense!
So both teams have managed to sustain some drives and come away with points, but the Bulldogs got one more because of the blocked extra point. Low snap, and Rhodes falls on it, and he's just sort of tried to pick it up, and he's just swallowed under by Austin Knight and a whole pack of Bulldogs. A loss on the play, second down, and it looks like 12. Loss of 2 on that play. Cody Hall out. Anthony Morin in for North Mason. I'm sorry, for Shelton, excuse me. Blue means North Mason, white means Shelton. Okay. Under center goes Rhodes, I formation. It's a good one at the end of the I. Well, the play action on the rollout is Rhodes. He's got a guy there, overthrows Johnson just a little too high. Incomplete, that brings up 3rd and 12. I don't know if Rhodes was throwing to Johnson or to Colbinson. Colbinson was in the area, but that pass would have been short. Johnson, 5'7", Colbinson at 6 feet, so maybe he adjusted his pass and threw it between the two. Too high for Johnson, too short for Colbinson. Meyer will go wide to the far side, Coots to the near side, I formation again. Slot receiver. Pitch goes to Goodwin. Goodwin on the top sweep to the right. Ooh, he just stuck right there, but he slipped one tackle. And the ball comes free, and they're going to call it dead at the original line of scrimmage 3 plays ago. But Goodwin just took a jolt. And it's 4th and 10 for Shelton, and I believe they're going to punt this one away. Clock is running with 1:33 and counting. Got Thomas and Knight back deep for North Mason. And who's doing the kicking here? It's going to be Della Sancha. And at 1:13. We have a whistle, and I guess we do have a timeout. 1:13 to go here. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
I admit, I did try another TV provider. It sounded like a great deal, but I quickly realized it wasn't. When I read the fine print, I was locked into a long-term contract with a huge cancellation fee. So I came back to HCC. They're more reliable, the service is local, and I save, bundling internet and phone with them too. And I'm a lot happier now.
Great service from a local company. Stay with HCC.
4th and 10 for Shelton. 1:13 to go here in the first half. 7-6. North Mason is leading and has a chance to extend their lead on this punt as De La Sanchez back to kick it away. Austin Knight far side. Tyler Thomas near side. Back deep for the Bulldogs. Snap is good. Kick is spiraling. Nice high end over end kick that they'll hit at the 28 and bounce. Take a Bulldog bounce to the 31 and then go out of bounds. So North Mason will take over on their own 31-yard line. With 1:03 to go in the half and a 1-point lead. Let's see how quickly the Bulldogs can gain some yards. So here come the Bulldogs breaking the huddle. Schooler still in there at Schooler, in there at quarterback. Topolo is the guy on his left. 2 receivers on each side. He's going to keep it, run straight up the middle, kind of go over to the left side, trying to feel his way, and squirts his way up to about the 39-yard line. I'm sorry, 39-yard line. And a gain at 8. Brings up second down. And a couple. North Mason High School band warming up on the end zone, the far end, for their halftime performance. Try to bring that to you in its entirety at the halftime mark. 30 seconds in running. Schooler back to pass this time, looking to the near side. He'll throw it. Kind of slipped off his hands, but it's caught. Eric Jones slips out of bounds after picking up the first down up to the 43-yard line. 20 seconds remain here in the half. 1st and 10 for North Mason on their own 43-yard line. Out of the gun will go Schooler. 2 receivers near side. Max protection will spin out of a fake play action. He's going to tuck it in, stick the ball forward. Might got to the 45 before he's run out of bounds. Nope, they're not going to give him that little extend. And no gain on that run. Yeah, maybe. Nope. No gain on that run. So makes it second down and 10. With 13 seconds. Try it again or take a knee. You've got some timeouts in your pocket. Now we're going to try it again, or at least run a play. 2 receivers far side, 1 to the near side. Schooler in the gun with max protection. Hand it off to Topolo. Topolo met right at nearly when he got the handoff is Alex Siniza with the stop there. And no gain there, and I think that'll pretty much do it for the half. And that'll do it. We're through one half. North Mason has 1-point lead on Shelton, 7-6 in this 6th annual Mason County Cup. We'll be back with the halftime show here in a moment. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
The living room. It's a great place to watch TV. Just like your backyard, break time at the office, or waiting for your ride. Now you can watch TV everywhere. Stream your favorite shows or live TV from many channels in your cable package on any computer, tablet, or smartphone. It's all included in Hood Canal Communications TV service for no extra cost. Sign up to watch TV everywhere today. Call or visit Hood Canal Communications online to learn more.
I mean, I was just a kid. And you never knew what mood he was going to be in when he came home. It was brutal. My dad, he would come home, and there's one time where...
Good job, bring it back. Chad wasn't a football player per se. He was just a kid that needed to be a part of something. I don't think he had anyone as a role model or someone showing him what to do. It's okay, you're doing good. You're okay.
Coach Marr was the only person I really trusted in this town. You know, he was always there.
And I'm so proud of you. You've done well. Done well.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Come see for yourself by scheduling a tour to view apartments, the beautiful surroundings, activities, and the signature dining room. Maple Glen Senior Living Community, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman, 360-427-0300 to learn more about this exciting living community.
The living room. It's a great place to watch TV. Just like...
Back at Phil Pugh Stadium, it's halftime with the North Mason Bulldogs leading the Shelton Highclimbers by a score of 7-6 in the 2017 Mason County Cup. And we welcome you to the Maple Glen Senior Living halftime show. As you can see, the North Mason cheerleaders are performing. So let's just enjoy the performance. Nice job by the cheerleader for the Bulldogs. Couldn't quite hear the music. The speaker, which is about 6 feet from my head, is not very good. The marching band is coming up next, and while they, just watch them walk on the field. Let's enjoy this performance as if you're right here at Phil Pugh Stadium.
The North Mason Marching Band is a competitive unit that competes against other marching bands across the area. This year, the group will be traveling to Finland, Shelton, and Auburn, representing Mason County communities as they take on over 20 other competitors. This fall's marching band show is entitled Arabian Nights. Join us as we transcend time and space to a distant land where warriors, shamans, and princesses come to life in this energy-packed show.
Guess that was just a little tune-up, a little warm-up. So here we go. North Mason Marching Band.
Drum makers, Michael Lewis and Stacy Peppers, is your band ready? Ladies and gentlemen, the North Mason High School Marching Band.
North Mason Marching Band. Looks like they might have another performance for us.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for your North Mason High School marching band. The band of the Bulldogs would like to thank the North Mason School District, teachers, parents, staff, and alumni for their continued support of music in our district. Without the continued efforts, tonight's performance would not be possible.
So that's the North Mason High School band. They leave the field here at Phil Pugh Stadium. You see the halftime score is the North Mason 7, Shelton 6. This is the 2017 Mason County Cup and the Maple Glen Senior Living halftime show. It is a halftime show, not a pregame show. Yeah. We'll get it all worked out before the end. We'll take another break. We'll be back with more from Phil Pugh Stadium in a moment here on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. Please stand by.
The living room. It's a great place to watch TV. Just like your backyard, break time at the office, or waiting for your ride. Now you can watch TV everywhere. Stream your favorite shows or live TV from many channels in your cable package on any computer, tablet, or smartphone. It's all included in Hood Canal Communications TV service for no extra cost. Sign up to watch TV everywhere today. Call or visit Hood Canal Communications online to learn more.
I mean, I was just a kid. And you never knew what mood he was gonna be in when he came home. It was brutal. My dad, he would come home, and there's one time where
Good job, bring it back. Chad wasn't a football player per se. He was just a kid that needed to be a part of something. I don't think he had anyone as a role model or someone showing him what to do. It's okay, you're doing good. You're okay.
Coach Morrow was the only person I really trusted in this town. You know, he was always there.
And I'm so proud of you. You've done well. Done well.
This is your brain. This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
Yeah, I have questions.
Prescription drugs aren't as bad as street drugs, right?
Weed's legal, isn't it?
Drinking is worse than smoking weed.
Isn't it? Why
is heroin so addictive?
Molly just makes you feel happy.
I have questions.
Mom?
Dad, did you ever try drugs?
They're going to ask. Be ready. Go to drugfree.org. A message from Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
Welcome back to Phil Pugh Stadium, halftime at the Mason County Cup. They got the Pee Wee Bulldogs running the length of the field, which, you know, us old people can't do. Well, this is the Maple Glen Senior Living halftime show. A couple of notes to pass along. The Associated Press has released its first high school football rankings of the season. Something to note, Shelton will face 3 teams on that first poll. Most notable is O'Day, ranked in number 2 among Class 3A teams. As mentioned earlier, the Fighting Irish will be in Shelton next Friday. However, 2 South Sound Conference teams are also on in that poll, Peninsula and Timberline. The Seahawks are 8th, while the Blazers are 11th. Shelton travels to Peninsula on September 22nd and plays at Timberline at South Sound Stadium in Lacey the following Thursday, September 28th. Meanwhile, in the Olympic League, an Olympic League foe of North Mason is on the Class 2A poll. North Kitsap didn't quite make the top 10, but is ranked 11th. The Bulldogs host the Vikings on October 20th. Just a couple of notes if you were interested in that. Looking ahead, of course, we have O'Day next week in Shelton for their home opener. Again, they're second ranked in the state. Game will be on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. Kickoff at Highclimbers Stadium next Friday at 7 p.m. North Mason next week stays here to Phil Pugh Stadium as they have a non-league game against Clahalia at 7. If you're interested, the third high school in Mason County, Merriam Knight, opens its season tomorrow against Quilcene. Kickoff in Matlock is 1 p.m. So that's where we stand. Again, it's halftime with North Mason leading Shelton 7-6 in the 2017 Mason County Cup from Phil Pugh Stadium. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back with more here. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Other TV providers force you to sign a long-term contract. Then you're stuck with years of second-rate service. Hood Canal Communications delivers stunning HD, plus bundled savings on super-fast internet and home phone, with no long-term contracts. It's all backed by an exceptional team of local service professionals. No contracts, no nonsense, just great service. Don't get stuck with a contract. Visit hcc.net to learn more.
Oh, look, a redhead. Staring contest. You still got it. I know.
Come alive with the forest.
The dad was cute.
You were looking right at us.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
If you are interested in how our local government works, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, gives you the opportunity to watch our elected officials in action. Every Tuesday, you can watch the Mason County Commission. These live broadcasts air at 9 a.m., except on the fourth Tuesday of a month when the County Commission meets at 6 p.m. You can also watch the County Commissioners online at your leisure or tune into a rebroadcast on Hood Canal Communications local channel. Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only place to find this type of in-depth coverage.
Vehicle collisions are the #1 killer of teens in the U.S., taking 8 young lives every day. And speeding is a factor in more than half of teen fatal car crashes, but we can prevent these tragedies. Talk with your teen about staying safe behind the wheel. Remind them to follow the speed limit and adjust their driving for road conditions. Keep the conversation going and be the driver you want your teen to be. It's not just good parenting, it's a matter of life or death.
Back at Phil Pugh Stadium, halftime score, North Mason 7, Shelton 6. Highclimbers have yet to take the field. The Bulldogs are actually out there. There comes a coaching staff for Shelton. There's the Bulldogs. And circle there in the west end zone. Let's just give you a quick little summary of the first half. Shelton got to the 28-yard line on their opening drive, but turned it over on downs. North Mason then got to about the 17 and over on downs there. The Shelton Highclimbers started on the 17 in their next drive. Ended up with a touchdown. That was a 17-yard TD run by Travis Coldenson to put the Highclimbers on the board first. And then the North Mason team responded, starting out on their own 20, going 80 yards, and it was Tyler Thomas who punched it in from 2 yards out, and the extra point was made. The extra point for the Highclimbers was blocked, and so here comes Shelton on the other end of the field, coming out of the locker room. And that's where we sit at halftime. The Highclimbers tried to drive, punted it, and then the North Mason into the half with a drive, and that's where that ended. So we have another quarter, or another half, 2 quarters to go. As both teams are in there, we're about 3 minutes away from the start of the third quarter. We will step aside. We'll be back with the third quarter, second half, in a tight Mason County Cup. 7-6 is our score. North Mason leads on their home field to open this 2017 season. We'll be right back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
This is your brain. This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
Yeah, I have questions.
Prescription drugs aren't as bad as street drugs, right?
Weed's legal, isn't it?
Drinking is worse than smoking weed.
Isn't it? Why
is heroin so addictive?
Molly just makes you feel happy.
I have questions.
Mom?
Dad, did you ever try drugs?
They're going to ask. Be ready. Go to drugfree.org. A message from Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Maple Glen has a Sunday brunch, open to the community with free admittance when you schedule a tour. What a great way to learn more about this beautiful senior living community. Maple Glen Senior Living, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman at 360-427-0300 to learn more and schedule a visit to Maple Glen.
If you're interested in how our local government works, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, gives you the opportunity to watch our elected officials in action. Every Monday, you can watch the Shelton City Commission. These live broadcasts air at 6 p.m. on the first and third Monday of each month and at 2 p.m. on the other Mondays. However, you can watch the City Commissioners online at your leisure or tune into a rebroadcast on Hood Canal Communications local channel. Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only place to find this type of in-depth coverage.
I admit, I did try another TV provider. It sounded like a great deal, but I quickly realized it wasn't. When I read the fine print, I was locked into a long-term contract with a huge cancellation fee. So I came back to HCC. They're more reliable, the service is local, and I save, bundling internet and phone with them too. And I'm a lot happier now.
Great service from a local company. Stay with HCC.
We're back here at Phil Pugh Stadium, a 2017 Mason County Cup. North Mason leads 7-6 on the Highclimbers. The Bulldogs will start out the third quarter with the ball. We have 23 seconds and counting until we get the third quarter underway. It's been pretty much an even game, although I believe penalties. Let's see, I can think of 25 on the Highclimbers and only 5 on that I can remember on the Bulldogs. The Bulldogs are very much fired up down there, getting fired up below us. And we're ready for the start of that third quarter, but we'll do a little meeting, I believe. We've got 24 minutes left in this ball game. The Bulldogs did win the toss and deferred to the second half. And it looks like a last-minute instructions from, no, it's not Coach Pugh. Coach Pugh is down talking to Schooler, and I believe it's Blondell. And Blondell might be the guy in the third, as Schooler did manage to score on the Highclimbers. Highclimbers in their huddle, and they're going to be, is that right? Maybe on this end? I guess so. So we are about ready to get back underway. Second half action. 1 point lead for North Mason. They get the ball to start out. And let's see, we have Ryan Noakes, Tyler Thomas, and looks like Austin Knight back deep for the Bulldogs. And Zach Della Sancha has it all teed up at 40 for the Highclimbers. So here we go. Just run up in the kick. It's high, end over end kick that'll be taken at the 14-yard line. Austin Knight kind of bobbled it. Cuts up the, tries to cut up the middle and gets cut down just across the 20-yard line. And that's where North Mason will start out the third quarter. So it comes out, it will actually be Schooler coming out for the Bulldogs here to start the third quarter with a 1 point lead. First and 10 on the 22-yard line. On the air, sorry. Need to have a little air light here. People think I'm information, don't they? So here we go. First and 10 for the Bulldogs. Little dump off there. Schooler to, it looks like it might be, not sure who caught that one. Number 8, actually, that's Blondell. And a loss on that play. Brings up second down and about 12 from the 20. So we'll go out of the shotgun again, 2 receivers on each side. And it's like Topolo is the man beside him. Hand off to Topolo, trying to stab it up the middle, and maybe got a yard on that. He brings up 3rd and 11. So 1 receiver far side, 3 receivers near side, and it's Blundell who's going to be in the shotgun. And it looks like a man went before the snap. Didn't realize the snap was there, or what the snap count was. And I'll march him back 10 and brings the 3rd up, or march back 5, excuse me, brings up 3rd and 16. Back at the, it looks like, 16-yard line. Yeah, 3rd and 16 from the 16. Blundell is in the shotgun. Back to pass he goes. Looking over the middle, and we have another flag, another false start. Yep, another false start. So that'll march him back. Another 5 was half the distance. Another 5, back to the 11. So it's now 3rd and 21 for the Bulldogs. Now we get this play off. Gonna go for the long ball. Got a guy there, Austin Knight, just off his fingertips, incomplete. Brings up 4th down and 21. It was there, the play was there. Austin Knight, the speedster, trying to couldn't quite catch that ball. So a punt coming for North Mason. So Jason Kenyon will go back about his 50 to receive this punt. Looks like Blundell will do the kicking for North Mason, and this is going to be the first punt of the night for the Bulldogs. Snap on, nice spiraling kick that Kenyon will take at the 50. Oh, he bobbled it. He blotched it. The ball is free, and it looks like the Bulldogs might have recovered. Bulldogs say they have it. Let's wait for the official call, and they unpile everybody. Yeah, they do. The Bulldogs stay alive with the punt. A muffed punt at 50. Bulldogs have some life on their own 47-yard line. This is exactly why you play these games. Blundell and the shotgun. Hand it off to Topolo. Topolo trying to stiff arm a guy, doesn't get anywhere, and he's driven backwards. And there's a loss on that play. So a loss of 2 on the play, bringing us up 2nd and 12. Whatever Coach Hinkle said at halftime, it seemed to fire up the Highclimbers a little bit defensively. Down a point here. Clock is running 9:19, 9:15, and counting. Blundell again out of the gun, got a man in motion. Motion man takes it on the end around. Trying to look for some space. Chased down and stopped after a 2-yard gain on the far side. Brings up 3rd and 10. For the 47 for North Mason. The 1-point lead in the 3rd quarter of the 2017 Mason County Cup. Phil Pugh Stadium, the artificial turf here, installed just weeks ago. If not, was it last week? Might have been last week. They had wrapped up the sewing. I didn't know they sewed the pieces together, but they did sew it. Took them about a week to sew all the pieces. So it's 3rd down and now 9.5. Same play this time, going around the outside, the near side. This time the runner is Reese Smelser. He's stopped for a loss there. The Highclimbers are all over these plays. And that brings 4th down again. So another punt coming for the Bulldogs. And there is a Highclimber down. He's got a leg cramp, a Charlie horse. It's a little bit humid. Usually, hey, this kind of thing happens late in the ball game, the first game of the season. And again, the interesting part is school has not even started yet for either of these schools. They all start on the 6th, Wednesday. You got the training staff for both schools out there. I want to say that that's Troy Goodwin, but I'm not really sure. The Highclimber on his back down there. So just stretching out that leg cramp. Charlie horse, whatever you want to call them. They're not fun. And he's getting up to his feet. It is Troy Goodwin heading to the sidelines, set out to play. Be sure he's all right. Jason Kenyon coming in to replace him defensively. And it's a punting situation for North Mason. Kenyon actually will go back deep. He muffed the last punt, which was 4 plays ago. And Blundell will have another shot at this. Kenyon will drop back to about his 18-yard line to receive this punt. There's a snap. There's the kick. It's another spiraling high kick. Kenyon calls for a fair catch, and he muffed another one. Ball is free. Who's got that? They're going to say it's down. I think the Highclimbers kept that one. Evan Rhodes was the guy who dropped on that one. And a break for the Highclimbers. And they will start out on the 19. So 1st and 10 for Shelton on their own 19-yard line. 7:48 to go, 3rd quarter action. North Mason has a 1-point lead. This will be the Highclimbers' first possession of the second quarter, or second half, 3rd quarter action. Rhodes out of the gun. He's got Johnson beside him. And a false start's going to be called here. Flags go flying. I had to say it early in the second quarter about the flags. And it will be a 1st and 15 now. Ball back to the 14-yard line. So let's see here. Looks like Kyle McGregor just returned to the lineup for the Highclimbers. Colbinson going in the slot on the far side. Kenyon in the slot on the near side. Coots the wide out on the near side. Out of the gun. Man in motion is Colbinson. High snap. He gets it to Colbinson. Colbinson trying to cut it back, and it's read nicely, but there's a flag on the play. And right at the point of tackle. Looks like there might be a hold. Or they're going to spot it, and these are always spot fouls. Yep, it is a hold on the Highclimbers. And that should be half the distance. So it should put it back about it's either at the 14, so it should go back to about the 7. That's actually illegal use of the hands. Oh, they're going to refuse it, and they're going to make it 2nd down. It'll be 2nd down after the refused penalty on the loss on the play. 2nd and 14. From the 14, Rhodes, quick pass, thrown a little bit behind and low to Colbinson, incomplete, brings up 3rd down. Quick little slant, didn't quite work. And the Highclimbers will get a 3rd and 15 from the 14. Cody Hall into the ball game for the Highclimbers, joining the huddle. Hall will go wide to the far side. Coots wide to the near side. Colbinson is in the slot on the far side. I formation. Handoff. Nope. Play action. Roll out for Rhodes. Rhodes looking. He'll tuck it down and keep it. Gets it to the 20-25. Trying to break a tackle on the far, right on the numbers on the far side. Falls forward for another 2 yards or so. And they'll mark it about the 26, but that'll bring up 4th down. So a punting situation as De La Sonja is in the ballgame to kick it away. Thomas and Knight are back, and we have a timeout by North Mason. So we'll step aside. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
The living room. It's a great place to watch TV. Just like your backyard, break time at the office, or waiting for your ride. Now you can watch TV everywhere. Stream your favorite shows or live TV from many channels in your cable package on any computer, tablet, or smartphone. It's all included in Hood Canal Communications TV service for no extra cost. Sign up to watch TV everywhere today. Call or visit Hood Canal Communications online to learn more.
4th and 3 for the Highclimbers. Punting situation on their own 27-yard line. It doesn't look like the Bulldogs are believing there's going to be a punt here. Nobody's gone back deep. I think they're going to go after this punt. There's too many people on the field for North Mason because there was a guy sprinting off who couldn't quite get off in time. And that should give them a first down. Dead ball foul, too many people on the field. Is North Mason, that'll march off 5 and give Shelton a first down. That's a break for the Highclimbers. So that gives the Highclimbers a 1st and 10 on the 31-yard line. And the offense is back in business. So here they come. Coots wide near side. I formation, slot receiver real tight. DePolo showing blitz. I think he got a little offsides to get into the neutral zone. Although, let's see what this call is. It's a dead ball foul, and yes, an encroachment offsides. That gives the Highclimbers 5 more yards, and it's 1st and 5. Up to the 36-yard line now. So Coots will come to the near side. I think that's Colbinson on the far side. Or no, he's in the slot of the far side. I formation again. Goodwin at the end of the I. He'll get the pitch going around that right side, looking for some running room. Finds a little hole, gets near the first down marker before he's drugged down. That'll be a yard short there, the 40. So it brings up 2nd and about a yard and a half. I guess that Goodwin got out of bounds, stopped the clock, 6:51, 3rd quarter. 2 receivers on both sides, shotgun again. Rhodes, quick little throw in, threw it behind Coots. And I'm going to say it's incomplete. Brings up 3rd and yard and a half. Rhodes a little bit off on his passes here in the 3rd quarter. And we'll do it again. About a 3rd down. 3rd and 1, I formation again. Coots wide on the near side. And Rhodes will just keep it and dive forward, and he'll get enough for the first down. Needed about a yard and a half, got about 3. So 1st and 10 for Shelton on their own 43-yard line. Now 6.5 minutes to go here in third quarter. Still a 1-point lead for North Mason. Shelton trying to cut into that on their first drive here in the third quarter. Shotgun formation and another jump off sides. This game is kind of stalled here in action. So we're going to walk it back 5 yards, bring up a 1st and 15. Ball back at the 39-yard line, 38-yard line, excuse me. And they'll wind that clock. Shotgun again, 2 receivers each side. Looks like it's Goodwin on to the left. And Rhodes will just take this direct snap. He'll run for 5, maybe 6 or 7, get up across the 45, 46-yard line on that keeper. Quarterback keeper. Give about half of what he needed back. Gonna mark it at the 46. And brings up 2nd down and 7. From the 36. From the 46, excuse me. Coots the wide out in the near side, Colton slot on the near side, 1 receiver far side in the I formation. Bulldogs showing blitz. Rhodes will hand it off. That's Kenyon. Kenyon on the run. Gets a 1st down, spun down with a hard tackle by Thomas. And I think Thomas took the brunt of that, comes up a little bit limpy. But a good solid run by Jason Kenyon. 1st and 10 in Bulldog territory at the 46. Thomas will come out for North Mason. And here come the Highclimbers breaking the huddle. Hall is the wide receiver far side. Coots near side. Culbertson in the slot. Kenyon at the end of the I. In front of him is Johnson. Rhodes under center. Little play action. Rhodes on the rollout going the far side. Looks down the field. Got a guy. There's Johnson. Johnson dives inside the 35 for the 1st down. And the ball and the chains are moving for Shelton. .445 on the clock, and they'll wind her up. Ball spotted right at the 35, 1st and 10 for Shelton. Johnson out. And let's see here, Goodwin comes in as well. Kenyon will sit down. Meyer will go wide to the far side. Got Coots on the near side, slot receiver. Blitz shown, quick handoff to the fullback. First guy up, and he might have got to the line of scrimmage. Cody Hall, I think he was the runner there. Second down and 10 coming for Shelton. Anthony Boren in the ball game, bringing into play. He'll go far wide with the slot receiver of Colbinson. Near side, Coots to the wide receiver, and it looks like it probably be Coleman. Blitz shown, high snap, Rhodes pulls it down. He's going to keep running, gets back to the line of scrimmage, trying to stiff arm the guy. Now bring up 3rd, and he might have got a yard there. Nope, did not. So 3rd and 10 coming for the Highclimbers. Penalty kept this drive alive for the Highclimbers after it stalled. And now they're driving. And here comes Cody Hall in with the play. Rhodes giving some instructions. And here come the Highclimbers. 3 minutes, counting. Coots comes wide, all alone to the near side. Colbinson in the slot, the far side. Goodwin is the tail of the eye. Pitch to him coming this way. It's going to be a trick play. He's going to throws to Coots. Coots catches it, slips a tackle inside the 10, and spun down. First and goal for the Highclimbers. A little trickery for Shelton there. So it's going to be first and goal for Shelton. 2:39 and counting. Third quarter, Highclimbers trying to retake the lead. Meyer brings into play. I'm sorry, that's Boren bringing in the play from the far sidelines for the Highclimbers. He'll go wide to the far side. Coots the near side. Colbinson in the slot. And it's a good one at the end of the eye. Rhodes will dive forward into near the 5-yard line on the first and goal play. Now it's second and goal now from the 5. Under 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. North Mason has a 1-point lead. Shelton knocking on that door. Max Johnson back in the ball game. As Trevor Myers comes in as well. Meyer will go to the far side. Coots to the near side. Colbinson in the slot. Offset on it. Slightly offset. Johnson, the fullback. Little play action rollout for Rhodes. Rhodes throws to the end zone. And a catch. And it's in for the touchdown. Who got that one? Max Johnson? Max Johnson with a touchdown reception. And the Highclimbers take back the lead. Looks like Highclimbers are gonna go for 2 here. As they're up now 12. Yeah, well, do some addition. 12 to 6, and the Highclimbers are going to go for it. This Rhodes going to go out of the gun. 2 receivers on each side. And what do we have? Timeout called for the Highclimbers. We'll step aside. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
I admit, I did try another TV provider. It sounded like a great deal, but I quickly realized it wasn't. When I read the fine print, I was locked into a long-term contract with a huge cancellation fee. So I came back to HCC. They're more reliable, the service is local, and I save, bundling internet and phone with them too. And I'm a lot happier now.
Great service from a local company. Stay with HCC.
1:23 to go here in the third quarter. Highclimbers up 12-7. After Max Johnson caught a 5-yard pass for the TD. And put the Highclimbers back up in the third. And the Highclimbers are going for 2 here. Goodwin at the end of the eye. Receiver on one side, the near side. Rhodes will hand it off to Goodwin. Nope, there's a little play action looking to the near side. Throws and incomplete. And the try is no good. So the score remains Shelton 12, North Mason 7. 1:23 to go here, third quarter. We'll be right back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
If you are interested in how our local government works, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, gives you the opportunity to watch our elected officials in action. Every Monday you can watch the Shelton City Commission, while you can catch the Mason County Commission every Tuesday. These are live broadcasts, but you can also watch them online at your leisure or tune into a rebroadcast on Hood Canal Communications local channel. Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, your source for local information.
You've seen the sign, keep right except to pass, but did you know it's the law? Camping out in the left lane makes you a slow-moving safety hazard. Moving to the right improves emergency response time and helps reduce collisions and traffic jams. Allowing faster-moving traffic to pass is always the best choice. Use the left lane to pass slower-moving or merging traffic, then return to your lane. Remember, keep right, except to pass.
Back at Phil Pugh Stadium, 1:23 to go, third quarter. Shelton has retaken their lead and now leads 12-7 over North Mason in this 2017 Mason County Cup. The Highclimbers have it teed up, and the same trio are back to receive the kickoff. They've been back there most of the evening. Here's the run up and the kick, spiraling end over end, drives Thompson back inside the 10, goes straight up the middle, and spins at the 30, still on his feet to the 35. Near the 35, that's where the Bulldogs will take over. So the Bulldogs will take over on their own 35-yard line, trailing by 5. And like the Blundell, I thought they were calling a timeout there. Blundell will go out of the shotgun. He's got Topola beside him. To his left, 2 receivers on each side. Man in motion. It's Thomas, excuse me. Back to pass goes Blundell. Going to be caught from behind, dragged down with a 5-yard loss. Nice defensive play by the Highclimbers. So brings up 2nd and 15 from the 30 now. As the clock is winding down here, third quarter. Smelser comes back into the ball game, and it looks like Thomas is going to sit down, at least for a play. Blundell has him out of the gun now. He's got max protection with 2 receivers on this near side, 1 to the far side. Handoff goes to Schmelzer. Schmelzer picking his way up the middle. Gets outside the 35 near the 38-yard line before he stopped. Brings up 3rd down, though. And we have a Highclimber down. And Wyatt Free is, I think, the down climber there. Another one of those, like Charlie horses. Hydrate, 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 it's like to say. 9 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Trying to stretch that out. I'm thinking that's just what it is. Training staff here at North Mason. And we do have a delay. As Coach Hinkle's now coming out. We're going to take a timeout. We'll be right back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Maple Glen has a Sunday brunch, open to the community with free admittance when you schedule a tour. What a great way to learn more about this beautiful senior living community. Maple Glen Senior Living, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman at 360-427-0300 to learn more and schedule a visit to Maple Glen.
I'm a teacher. Let me tell you what I make. I make learning a privilege, not a chore, and frustration a tool, not an obstacle. I make working hard seem easy and giving up impossible. I make an old subject feel like a fresh thought and unconventional methods common. I'm a teacher. I make more.
Wyatt Free got up and walked off the field under his own power. He's still on the field. He's taking his time. And we're about ready to resume play. Third down, that's 7 for North Mason on their own 38-yard line. 3 receivers to the far side. Schooler is in there. And another quick little gadget play. Going deep is Blondell. Overthrew the intended receiver. And the intended receiver was number 14, which I do not have a 14 on my sheet. So the fourth quarter comes to an end. It'll be fourth down for the Bulldogs when we come back for the fourth quarter. We'll be right back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Emerging science indicates access to high-speed internet during the school years can lead to positive outcomes, including, but not limited to, streamlined acquisition of data, academic achievement, career advancement, satisfying relationships, cuter children, joy. Our scientific conclusion? Call now and get the HCC Internet and Voice Bundle for the everyday low price of $44.95. Call today and save.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Come see for yourself by scheduling a tour to view apartments, the beautiful surroundings, activities, and the signature dining room. Maple Glen Senior Living Community, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman, 360-427-0300 to learn more about this exciting living community.
Waiting for the start of the fourth quarter. 2017 Mason County Cup. Shelton leading 12-7. Bulldogs have a 4th and 7 at their own 38. Getting ready to punt it away. Blondell in there. Nobody back deep, actually. I don't expect the Bulldogs to punt. No, they're going to get Goodwin back there. He doesn't know what to do. Nobody's going back. There is a snap and a punt. It's going to be spiraling and deep. It's going to hit about the 22 and take a Bulldog bounce inside the 10 and actually to the 10 and stop it right there. That's where it'll be down. And the Bulldogs pin the Highclimbers deep on their own 10-yard line. So can the Highclimbers dig themselves out of a little bit of a hole here? They do have a lead in this Mason County Cup opening game of the 2017 season. And we have 11 minutes 48 seconds to decide who will take the cup. Will it be the Highclimbers again? Keep it in Shelton? Or will the Bulldogs get it back? But right now the Highclimbers are in the driver's seat. Culberson, Goodwin, and Boren wide to the near side. And Rhodes is out of the gun. We have a flag. It's a false start on the Highclimbers. It's half the distance, so it's now going to be 5 yards, half the distance, whatever. It'll be 1st and 15 from the 5 now. Coots will go wide to the far side all by himself. Goodwin, Colbinson, and Boren to the near side. Blitz coming. Rhodes lost the ball in the end zone. Diving on it, and is that a touchdown? It's a touchdown. North Mason recovers a fumble in the end zone, and the Bulldogs follow on it, and it is now, again, a 1-point lead for North Mason. Can't get any better than that if you're a Bulldog fan. Wow. So Corey Thomas is on to kick the point after. Extend this lead a little bit for the Bulldogs. Take it back. Confusion on North Mason's front line. Austin Knight's the holder. Place is good. Kick is up. And kick is good. Tack on another one. 14-12. North Mason retakes the lead, and they're up 2. 11:41 to go here in the ball game. Got a good one. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
If you're interested in how our local government works, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, gives you the opportunity to watch our elected officials in action. Every Monday, you can watch the Shelton City Commission. These live broadcasts air at 6 p.m. on the first and third Monday of each month and at 2 p.m. on the other Mondays. However, you can watch the City Commissioners online at your leisure or tune into a rebroadcast on Hood Canal Communications local channel. Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only place to find this type of in-depth coverage.
This is your brain. This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
Yeah, I have questions.
Prescription drugs aren't as bad as street drugs, right?
Weed's legal, isn't it?
Drinking is worse than smoking weed.
Isn't it? Why
Is heroin so addictive?
Molly just makes you feel happy.
I have questions.
Mom?
Dad, did you ever try drugs?
They're going to ask. Be ready. Go to drugfree.org. A message from Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
Back and forth game we have here. Ball's bouncing the Bulldogs' way here late as they just recovered a fumble, forced a fumble in the end zone, recovered it for a touchdown, and extra point after. 2-point lead, North Mason 14, Shelton 12. The Highclimbers want to see how they respond to this one. Goodwin is standing back about his 12-yard line. Gary Thomas has it teed up at the 40 for North Mason. Here's a run-up. And we have a flag, I think somebody offside, so march it back 5 and do it again. A dead ball and an offsides. So we'll do it again here from the 35 this time. The ebbs and flows of high school football. You're up, you're down, you're up, you're down. That's what we've had here tonight, back and forth. In a good ball game, a 2-point lead for North Mason, 11:41 to go in the game. And they're going to kick it back to Shelton. It looked like they were going for a onside kick there the last time before the penalty. Gary Thomas has it teed up. And he does have a kind of a short kick that's taken about the 32. On the run, pounding his way to the 40, and the ball comes out. But the play was called dead. Goodwin fell on that loose ball. But Shelton will take over on their own. I say 39-yard line. So 1st and 10. Let's see if Highclimbers can do something mistake-free this trip or this possession. Sustained long drive might be warranted here. We'll find out. Rhodes goes under center. He has one receiver near side and 2 to the far side. Colvinson's in that slot on the far side. Coots is the wide receiver there, and it looks like Bora. Handoff goes to Goodwin, who falls forward near the first down marker. Give him 9 on that carry up to the 48. So 2nd down and 1. The 48-yard line. Meyer comes wide to the near side. 2 receivers far side. Rhodes hands it off to Goodwin. Stopped in the initial handoff point. Pushes his way to near the 50-yard line. That's a 1st down. Got enough, just a little bit more than he needed. Needed 1, got 2. So right at midfield is the ball, 1st and 10 for Shelton. Trailing by 2 points. Cody Hall wide near side. Little rollout near side, throws off and incomplete to Johnson on the pass. So brings up 2nd down and 10 from midfield. Bourne back in the ball game. Coots goes wide, far side. Bourne near side. Colbinson in the slot on the near side, I formation. Rhodes under center. Little play action. Rhodes in trouble. Slips that one tackle. He's got some running room. Jukes a guy out of his shoes on that far side. Spins on the sideline. Still on his feet. Center of the, well, actually to the hash marks on the far side. Gets all the way up to the 30 before he's finally brought down. 62, 55. Some of the big guys for North Mason end up tracking him down as he came back. He had everybody on the far sidelines. He came back into the middle and met some larger guys, but not before he gets into Bulldog territory at the 30. 1st and 10 for Shelton. Meyer wide near side. Coots wide far side. Colbinson again in that slot. I formation. And another false start on the Highclimbers. Now be 1st and 15 from the 35. Clock does stop. 10:01 to go in the ball game. So the same formation this again. Little confusion on this as Rhodes will go under center in a straight I formation. Goodwin at the tail of the I. And there's another false start. Another false start. Too many false starts in this game. It's now 1st and 20 from the 40 for Shelton. Got Shelton assistants coaches behind me, not happy by any means. Go back to the same formation with Rhodes under center. It's a pitch to Goodwin, near side. Hits the edge and falls across the 35 to 34. That brings up 2nd down and 14. 9:20 to go in counting. Bourne bringing in the play. Bourne will come to the near side. Goodwin goes in the slot on the far side. Colbinson's in the slot on the near side. Johnson's the back. Colbinson and the man in motion. Little handoff to him. Going to get around the edge. He does. He's going to get to the 30-yard line, which is the original line of scrimmage. Might have got inside 29 for the false start penalties. And that'll bring up 3rd and 9 for the Highclimbers. Cody Hall brings in the play this time. And he'll come wide to this near side. Coots goes to the far side. Colbinson remains in the slot. And again, an I formation. Pitch to Goodwin. Goodwin slips one tackle. He's going to throw to a wide open guy, Hall, and they trapped it incomplete, just a little short. Hall was wide open, down by the 10. So it brings up 4th and 9 from the 29. I do expect the Highclimbers to go for this. Clock stopped 8:10. Meyer will bring in the play. Hall will go out. And what do we have? A timeout? North Mason will take a timeout. We will step aside. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
What do you think it would be like to teach? Chances are, you have no idea. Teachers today are breaking down obstacles, finding innovative ways to instill old lessons, proving that greatness can be found in everyday places, and that you don't need to be famous to be unforgettable. That's what it's like to teach.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Maple Glen has a Sunday brunch open to the community with free admittance when you schedule a tour. What a great way to learn more about this beautiful senior living community. Maple Glen Senior Living, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman at 360-427-0300 to learn more and schedule a visit to Maple Glen.
4th and 9 for the Highclimbers. 8:10 to go in the ball game, trailing by 2. Rhodes throws, blocked, partially deflected, incomplete, over on downs. The Bulldogs take over. So the Bulldogs get the ball back with a 2-point lead on their own 29. .807 to go here in the ball game. North Mason has a 2-point lead here. The fans below us, around us, just to run the clock out. And just need a few first downs, and the Bulldogs have had some difficulty getting some yards here in the second half. Well, the reason they're ahead in this ball game is a turnover, turned into points. And Schooler's in there, handoff to Topola, nothing. Nothing going. Might have lost a yard. No, they'll give them back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing there. Second, actually, he did lose a yard. 2nd and 11. Back at the 28-yard line. Actually, it wasn't Topolo. He's now back in the ball game. Young man is at load, though. Eric Jones will go wide to the far side. Schooler under center, a little delayed fake handoff, and caught from behind, sacked. Schooler will go down with a sack by Rhodes and a couple other guys for the Highclimbers there. First, Rhodes came around unencumbered. And then Anderson in there on the play as well. Numbers up 3rd. And 16? Like I said, the Bulldogs are having some difficulty making some yards in this second half, but do have a 2-point lead, clinging to a 2-point lead. Thomas is in motion. Actually, they're just shifting over. Topolo will go to the left side of Schooler. Thomas will take the handoff, trying to get around the edge, coming right at us. Gets to the 30, turns it up the sidelines, gets the first down and tripped up, going out of bounds. They get a big chunk there and keep the chains moving. More importantly, well, they stop the clock on that one. Up to the 46-yard line is where they'll spot it. First and 10. Now, actually, the clock is winding. Same formation, max protection for Schooler. Takes the snap, hands it off to Topolo. Topolo trying to weave his way to find some real estate. Got a couple. Give him 3. Actually, give him 2. To the 48. 2nd down, 8 to go at the 48. Bulldogs taking their time. Shotgun for Schooler, man in motion. Low snap, handoff to Topolo. Topolo cuts back up the middle. He's got some running room. Got a big hole. He's on the run to the 30, to the 25, and run out of bounds near the 20-yard line. Call him 24, actually. And another first down for the big man. Now they're gaining some yardage in chunks, are the Bulldogs. First and 10 for North Mason at the Highclimber 24-yard line. Bulldogs break that huddle. flag stopping the clock. Actually, it didn't start. It did. Too many men on the field for North Mason, so it'll be first and 15 now for the Bulldogs. Ball goes back to the 29-yard line. Two receivers on each side. Handoff to a guy in the middle. Dragging players, still dragging players. I didn't see who might that be. The runner. Oh, it's Thomas. Tyler Thomas with the carry. Got 4 of the 5 yards back, so second down and 11. Ball at 25 now of Shelton. 5 minutes to go, approaching 5 minutes to go here in the ball game. 2-point lead for North Mason. They have the ball, picking up yards in big chunks here late in the game. 3 receivers on this near side, 1 on the far side, man in motion. Handoff to Schmelzer. Schmelzer gets a couple yards to 23. Third down and it's like 9. Clock is still running though. Another first down here could make it more difficult for the Highclimbers. Touchdown would be even more deadly. Bulldogs want to get that Mason County Cup back in their new school. Snap to Schooler. Nobody to throw to. He's got some time. He's in trouble. He's scrambling. He gets away from it. He's trying to look down the field. Finds it. Throws it. Got a guy there. Knocked away. Incomplete. Fourth down coming. And a flag way back near the 33-yard line. And they have they're going to get him for an illegal block. Referees are discussing it. The crowd doesn't like it. It's a big penalty against North Mason, although it was incomplete. It does bring up fourth down. If they decline it, do they take the yards or they want to get the ball, potentially stop them here? Although the kicker for North Mason, Gary Thomas, is seems to be got a leg on him. But we'll see what the discussion is this side here. So they're going to march it. They're going to march it back. It's a personal foul. And it marches them back 15 yards. Way, way back to the 47-yard line. It's now still third down, actually, and 20. Boy, got to get to the 14. And they're still marking it off. What are we doing, guys? Put it at the 48. That's about a mile and a half here for third down. In 34 yards, I think. Actually 36 yards. Third and 36 for the Bulldogs. The 2-point lead. Little handoff this time. And there's Austin Knight. Drugged down near the far sidelines. Well short of the first down. Brings up fourth down in the punting situation for North Mason. So they got 5 yards on that run. Thereabouts. Ball's at the 44-yard line in a punting situation. Blondell is on there to kick it away. Hopefully the Highclimbers aren't going to send somebody back. Going to go after this punt, maybe. There's a snap. Not much pressure. High, but short. Wow, what a high kick. Nobody get away from it. It's going to take a high climber bounce. Bounce almost back to the original line of scrimmage to the 43. It bounced back in the high climbers. Get a break there. Have great field position on their own 43-yard line. Under 3 minutes to go in the ball game. 2-point lead for North Mason. Shelton gets the ball back. Bourne and Colbinson come to the near side. Can't quite see who's on the far side. Shotgun for Rhodes. Rhodes in some trouble, decides to turn the corner, spinning at 45 to the 50, crossing into Bulldog territory at the 49, maybe the 48, depending on the spot. It's like the 48, and it'll be second down and about a yard. For Shelton, all on the feet of Evan Rhodes. Trevor Meyer bringing in the play from the far side. He'll come wide to the near side with Colbinson. Coots is alone on the far side. I formation, Rhodes under center. Rhodes just dives forward for the first down. It depends on where the spot is. It's going to be the 46-yard line. That's first down, and 2:11 to go in the ball game. They'll wind the clock when they set the sticks. Rhodes in a low crouch in front of his in the huddle. Bourne will bring the play in this time. Looks like everybody's a little gassed here. Minute 55. Taking their time. Coots and Goodwin go wide to the far side. Bourne and Colbinson near side. Snap, free, loose. Rhodes in some trouble. Tries to stiff arm, and he goes down. Big loss, the big sack. All the way back to the 45 of the Highclimbers. Second down coming, second and a loss of 9 yards. Second and 19. Highclimbers are going to take a timeout. So step aside. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Emerging science indicates access to high-speed internet during the school years can lead to positive outcomes, including, but not limited to, streamlined acquisition of data, academic achievement, career advancement, satisfying relationships, cuter children, joy. Our scientific conclusion? Call now and get the HCC Internet and Voice Bundle for the everyday low price of $44.95. Call today and save.
If you are interested in how our local government works, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, gives you the opportunity to watch our elected officials in action. Every Monday you can watch the Shelton City Commission, while you can catch the Mason County Commission every Tuesday. These are live broadcasts, but you can also watch them online at your leisure or tune into a rebroadcast on Hood Canal Communications local channel. Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, your source for local information.
Second and 19 for the Shelton Highclimbers, trailing by 2 points with a minute 26 to go in the ball game. They're on their own 45-yard line. Shotgun for Rhodes, looking to the far side, throwing to the far side, intercepted. Smelzer steps in the passing lane, and he's on the return. He's got blockers in front of him to the 30. Could he go all the way? He does. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Minute 12 to go. A little bit underthrown. Reese Schmelzer picks it off and returns it some, what was it, about 60 yards. And Well, they're not quite out of it this point after coming. Coming up here, Gary Thomas to put them up 9. They're up 8 right now. Snap, spot kick. It's up, it's good. It is. Tack on another one, 21-12. North Mason extending their lead. We'll take a timeout. We'll be right back with the kickoff. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. This is the Mason County Cup.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Come see for yourself by scheduling a tour to view apartments, the beautiful surroundings, activities, and the signature dining room. Maple Glen Senior Living Community, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman, 360-427-0300 to learn more about this exciting living community.
That's 2 turnovers and 2 touchdowns for the Bulldogs here in the late going to take this 21-12 lead on the Highclimbers. 1:12 to go. Out of reach, I don't know. Got some time. Touchdown, 2-point conversion, onside kick, and another score. Anything can happen, but the Bulldogs are in control right now as Gary Thomas is teeing it up at the 40. There we go. Kick it deep. Oh, you have a little squib kick that's picked up at the 33. Coots has it. Center of the field to the 45 now. Got around the edge to the 50, drug down and rolled out of bounds. So the Highclimbers have a half the field to go and 1:01 to do so. So 1st and 10 for Shelton at the 50, right at midfield, just on their side of the 50. Oh, we have a whistle here. We have a timeout by the Bulldogs, so we'll step aside. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
I admit, I did try another TV provider. It sounded like a great deal, but I quickly realized it wasn't. When I read the fine print, I was locked into a long-term contract with a huge cancellation fee. So I came back to HCC. They're more reliable, the service is local, and I save, bundling internet and phone with them too. And I'm a lot happier now.
Great service from a local company. Stay with HCC.
Minute 1 to go in this ball game. 21-12. North Mason leads. Shelton has the ball with 1st and 10 at midfield. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers on both sides. Max Johnson in the backfield with Rhodes. Evan Rhodes gets, actually it's not, it's Meyer. Meyer is going to throw it short. Another, almost intercepted, knocked away. It's not Rhodes, it was Trevor Meyer in at QB. And that'll bring up 2nd and 10 from midfield. Incomplete on that pass, just a little bit underthrown. So here we go, 2nd and 10 from midfield. Meyer still at quarterback, same formation. Gonna look to the far side, I got that guy there just off his hands, incomplete. 3rd down and 10. 52 seconds to go in the game. 3rd and 10 at midfield. Hash mark on the far side. Meyer's going to load him up on the near side. And we got a false start here. I think, the back of the backfield started going before the snap was, so that'll make it 3rd and 15. And they'll march it back to the 45 of the Highclimbers, making this as difficult as they can here. So 3rd and 15 from the 45 for the Highclimbers. Meyer is the quarterback. Load him up on the near side. 3 on the near side, 1 on the far side. Meyer's going to go to the near side, get it to Goodwin. Goodwin started running before he had it, and that'll be 4th and 15. Goodwin not happy with himself on that one. He had a little bubble screen going and wanted to take advantage of that and didn't have the ball when he took off. So 4th down coming, the last gasp for the Highclimbers. Are they going to punt it? Yep, they're going to punt it away, the Highclimbers. At least they're lining up for that. Nobody in the backfield. Low snap. He got it away, nearly blocked. Ball's going to take a Highclimber bounce and roll all the way down to about the 22-yard line. That's where North Mason will take over and probably run this thing out. .33 seconds to go. A couple of knees for the Bulldogs, and that'll probably be it. But 1st and 10 from the 22 is where they're going to officially spot it. And I called a victory formation. What, do we have a penalty? No, I thought we were having a penalty here. So it is 1st and 10 for North Mason on their own 22-yard line. Likely they're forming up around Schooler for the victory formation. He'll step back a couple yards, take the knee, start the clock. And that'll probably be it. Mason County Cup returns to North Mason. 2nd time it has done this. The trophy presentation here. The cup presentation as the clock winds down. And we'll wait for it to go final here. 3, 2, 1. And that is the final. So the handshakes are going to go. Just keep it right here. We get the presentation of the cup. 21-12 is the final. So I'll just hang on. Hugs with nice conversation. Like to be a fly on the wall between Coach Pugh and Coach Hinkle right there. 2 very veteran coaches. Just wondering, where is the cup? Bulldogs are coming over here. Let's listen to the crowd here. Now Jim Judson has the cup right there. Let it all there. Everybody takes a knee. Cheerleaders are joining the cup presentation. Jim Judson right there. It's as close as I can get, folks. Cup has been in Shelton for the last 3 years. And there it is. Bulldogs get the cup for the second time in this series. As Tyler Thomas. Big hugs from the cheerleaders. Fight song being played here. That's the final, 21-12. Mason County Cup comes back to Belfair. First time since 2012. Bulldogs very happy about this. We'll take a timeout and we will wrap this up. In the final, North Mason 21, Shelton 12 in the Mason County Cup. We'll be right back.
The living room. It's a great place to watch TV. Just like your backyard, break time at the office, or waiting for your ride. Now you can watch TV everywhere. Stream your favorite shows or live TV from many channels in your cable package on any computer, tablet, or smartphone. It's all included in Hood Canal Communications TV service for no extra cost. Sign up to watch TV everywhere today. Call or visit Hood Canal Communications online to learn more.
I mean, I was just a kid. And you never knew what mood he was going to be in when he came home. It was brutal. My dad, he would come home, and there's one time where...
Good job, bring it back. Chad wasn't a football player per se. He was just a kid that needed to be a part of something. I don't think he had anyone as a role model or someone showing him what to do. It's okay, you're doing good. You're okay.
Coach Marr was the only person I really trusted in this town. You know, he was always there.
And I'm so proud of you. You've done well. Done well.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Come see for yourself by scheduling a tour to view apartments, the beautiful surroundings, activities, and the signature dining room. Maple Glen Senior Living Community, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman, 360-427-0300 to learn more about this exciting living community.
Well, we're back here. Final score, North Mason 21, Shelton 12. The North Mason Bulldogs get the Mason County Cup back by taking advantage of some mistakes by the Highclimbers. A fumble in the end zone that the Bulldogs fell on to give them back the lead after being behind. And then an interception that was returned for a touchdown. And let's see, that was number 47, Reese Smelser, with a pick six, about 60 yards on the return for that pick six to get the cup back. Highclimbers just kind of stalled in this fourth quarter, and the cup returns to Belfair for the first time since 2013. Said 2012 earlier, but 2013 is the first time that they had the first time they had it. This is the second time they've had it, so the cup comes back, and the Bulldogs go to 1-0 on this season. Shelton drops to 0-1. Next week, as mentioned earlier, the Shelton Highclimbers hold their home opener against O'Day, the second-ranked Class 3A team in the state. game will be on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. Kickoff at Highclimbers Stadium is 7 p.m. The Bulldogs stay here at Phil Pugh Stadium on their artificial new turf field, and they have a non-league game against Clahalia next Friday at 7. Again, if you're interested, Third High School in Mason County, Merriam Knight opens its season tomorrow against Quilcene. Kickoff in Matlock is 1 p.m. And that does it for us here at Phil Pugh State. Final score again, North Mason 21, Shelton 12, with the Bulldogs taking the 6th annual Mason County Cup. I'm Diedrich Allen. Thanks for joining us, and we'll talk to you in a week, next Friday. This broadcast on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, has been brought to you by Maple Glen Senior Living, celebrating the art of life, and Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected.
Thanks for watching Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.